Okay, boys and girls, Mrs. Masco is going to review with you about a how-to paragraph, and this week we're going to write on how we plant a flower. So we went out for science and planted our flower, and then I also read a book, The Tiny Seed, and now we're going to try writing from home. So we don't have our normal organizer, so I want to show you what you could do. So you can take any piece of paper that you have at your house, construction paper, regular paper, scrap paper, maybe from the mail, and what you can do is just fold it in half like a hamburger, and then fold it again. So now you have a hot dog. And what I did is I took my marker so you can see the lines better, and you can even take your pencil and draw the lines so you can see it. And then we need to get our reason boxes in here that we would usually have at school. And so this is what it would look like. So now we have room for our topic, our supporting details, and then our concluding sentence. So that's something we can just make at home on our own. So we're going to start with our topic sentence. We have to introduce to the reader what we're talking about. And so this week, remember, we're how to plant a flower. So let's think for a second, how could I write that in a sentence? You have it in your head? Okay, so this is what Mrs. Masco did. If you were getting stuck, here is what Mrs. Masco did on hers. So I wrote, this is how to plant a flower. So that is my topic sentence. The first thing I need to do is write my topic sentence. And I want you to look close and see what did Mrs. Masco forget. I put in a little guess for you here. Oh, remember, all sentences end with periods. Don't forget capital letters and periods. And I just sound out the best I can, but all those words are phonics dance. We have TH. We have a blend here, PL, pla, pla, pla. We have FL, fla, fla, fla. OW, 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 and ER, at the end of a word. So these should be pretty easy words to sound out. So then what we're going to do next is we have to use our transition words. First, next, then, and last, and our reasons. So these are our details. This we're supporting our topic, or our reasons why. Those go here. So we have to tell our steps on how to plant a flower. So what's our first step? So, yep, our first step is first, dig a hole in the ground. That was the first thing we did outside. What can you see I forgot? Let me read it again. First, dig a hole in the ground. Oh, yep, we forgot our comma. Remember that backward C, it's on the ground. First, and we took that breath. So when you take that breath, you always have a comma there. First, dig a hole in the ground. What would be our next thing we did? Yep, we put seeds in our hole. So next, put seeds into your hole. And you feel free to add adjectives. You can put next, put the tiny seeds into your hole, or next, put seeds into the dirt hole. You can always add those adjectives to stretch out your writing. So we have first, next, then we'll go to then, pause, cover the hole with dirt. Okay, I remembered my uppercase letter. I remembered a period. Oh, I have my comma where I'd pause when I'm reading it. Then, cover the hole with dirt. So we have first, next, then, and last. So I have my breath, last, comma. What would happen last? You can try filling that in. You could pause this and try to fill it in. Or even try to do this whole thing on your own, but don't forget your period. So we have our topic sentence, we have our order on how to do our plants, and don't forget our last thing, we need to remind the reader what they are learning. So I have an arrow, go back to your topic sentence. We're telling them how to plant a flower. So don't start saying, I like my dog, or don't say, science is fun. We have to talk about flowers. So I want you to think on your own. Remind the reader that we're reading about how to plant a flower. So don't forget your uppercase letter and your period. And this is just a guide to help you if you need help. If you need to see how to spell a couple of these words, you're welcome to try to copy some of these. I would love for you to call Mrs. Masco and read it to her. You can have your parents send a picture and I'll look at it and I can correct it. But then your next job will be is to draw a picture to go with your story that you're writing or your paragraph you're writing, and make a nice copy. Now remember, we always add our numbers. Sometimes they're on at school, sometimes we add them ourselves. So then you stay organized. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 sentences you'd write this week on how to plant a flower. Good luck, and I can't wait to see what you write.